Welcome to the Basque region yet again, and that means another Orbea launch, doesn't it? The local cooperative bike company. Today I'm on the Terra Race, their performance orientated bike, and I'm getting dropped. Right, I know this is a race bike and all that, but heads up, lads. Back in the seats, if you were here on the 19th, you will know that Orbea have already got a new Terra gravel bike out, and well, a few days later, we've got yet another one. We've got a Terra Race.
The Terra Race, yes, our gravel performance bicycle.
Okay, so what's the difference between Terra that came out 4 or 5 days ago and the Race? How have you differentiated the two bikes?
Let's say they are a completely different bicycles. So on the Terra Race, we work in performance without compromises. It's like we want to have that feeling of agility and super efficient in power transfer that the Terra, being, let's say, is more sportive. It's a good bicycle, but we have to say that in the last UCI World Championships, we got 2 years in a row the silver medal. Yeah. So that bicycle was perfect. But we have to say, we need to go lighter with the weight. We need to have a bicycle that is more efficient, probably work in terms of geometry to make the riders in a better aero position, like I said before, because they are riding faster and faster every year.
So the geometry is different to the Terra?
It's different to the Terra. It's lower stack, so that allows them to have more aerodynamic positions. Yeah. But also in terms of handling, let's say that chain stays are shorter. Still, let's say that we can accommodate 45C tires on that bicycle with 4 or 5 millimeters. So some riders in a month, they were riding the 50C tires on that bike. And let's say that it's a little bit 10 millimeters shorter in reach compared to the Terra. And the wheelbase is a little bit shorter too. Yeah. But anyway, let's say that is a pure performance-oriented bicycle. Probably it's gonna be, if not one of the most aggressive gravel performance bicycles in the market.
Right, we've got new bars on there as well, is that right?
Yes.
New one-piece cockpit?
Yes, new cockpit and new wheels as part of the aerodynamic improvements of the bicycle, because we focus a lot on the weight reduction, looking for the efficiency. Also, we work in the optimum stiffness to weight ratio and are really optimizing the compliance of the bicycles, because at the end of the day, they are riding long distances and they spend a lot of time on the bicycle, so compliant is important.
But this isn't as compliant as the Terra, is it?
That one is compliant too.
But not as, is it as compliant?
No, it's not as compliant. Let's say that Terra, that compliant is almost comfort, absolute comfort. Here it's kind of compliant. We need to interrupt the vibrations to keep the riders, let's say, trying to reduce the fatigue a little bit more, but it's super aggressive bicycle compared with the Terra. Yeah. And if we add more aerodynamics, we would compromise the compliance at all. So we decided, okay, let's work in an integrated handlebar and a new RP50 LTD wheels and 15 meters profile. Internal width is 25 to give an additional aero improvement to the whole system.
But this is talking about the wheels. So these are Orca wheels. These retail at what, 2,200 or something like that? But you're putting them on all the bikes, aren't you? From like the entry level up to the
Yes, all the Terra Race models, yeah. they are equipped with that new wheel.
It was a surprise that you had like the full range on the best wheels that you offer?
Yeah. It's a OMX level, so at that level, regardless the group set you are using to that specific model, the cup kit and the wheels are the same. So just the variation is the group set, rest of the bicycle is the same.
One thing I've noticed, because this got leaked at Unbound, didn't it? Well, both bikes got leaked at Unbound,
Yes.
you had riders, doesn't it? And there's a lot of people going, right, we've got aero profile in here, a little bit of aero profile. Why have you still gone with a 27.2 seat post and not gone with like a D-shaped aero seat post?
We listen a lot to the riders. They were concerned about going into too much aero features on the bicycle if they could lose some kind of compliance. Going a D-shape or aero section seat post, you are going to lose any kind of comfort or compliance.
Right, 1x, 2x, what gearing can we get on this?
So here, the riders that are looking for performance, they are used to mix many things. So we needed to make the frame set compatible with a 2x and 1x, and with road chain lines and gravel chain lines. So using the road chain line, we are compatible with any crankset using inner chainring maximum size 36.
Okay.
Because in that road chain line you need to use the road from the railers.
Yeah.
That means that we cannot benefit from the maximum tire clearance.
Okay.
So in that case, the maximum tire clearance is 40,
right,
because 45 tire could touch on the from the railer. So the limit is the from the railer. For instance, if we go for the gravel chain lines, we are a little bit wider. It doesn't matter 1x or 2x. You can benefit from the 40C tire clearance,
yeah,
with any interference with the from the railers.
Superb, superb. Not many mounts I've noticed. You've got mounts on the top for a food bag or something. Why is that?
Yes, again, conversations with the pro riders, and hey guys, what about the locker on the down tube? Are you using it? And the races, they are going that fast that if they get a flat tire, they don't want to spend time, even if it's quick, opening a locker, removing the things from the internal side of the down tube. So you saw in the last races, they place the plugs, cartridges, and everything around the frames. So it's like, well, we need to be very quick, reaching that spare parts. We need to repair a flat tire. We put a couple of multi-mount rivets there for the small bags, so the riders, they can use or spare parts or nutrition on that part that is pretty accessible where you are riding.
All right, your Sabre, we'll leave it at that. That's superb. Thank you very much for your time.
You are welcome, Dave.
I won't use that hand.
Go.
Hello people, you'll recognise this place from a couple of days ago, won't you, if you caught the standard Terra review. Now we've got the Terra Race, so we've got Orbea's plethora or full range of gravel bikes ready and out in the wild. What do I think of the race before we get on to saying what one I would buy out of the two, because I think that's more important than just reviewing this bike. Terra Race, it is a nice bike. Basically, if you want it summed up into a few words, it is the Orca gravel bike. Their race bike feels a hell of a lot, or gives me the same feelings on gravel as the road bike did on the road. It is lightweight, it is stupidly lightweight. Well, at least it feels underneath you stupidly lightweight. It's a bike for throwing here, there and everywhere. It feels like a race bike, 100%. Geometry I really liked once I got on the gravel, because it kind of threw me for the first, I think it was like 3-4k before we hit the gravel, we were on the road. And I think because I picked it up, felt the weight, had a quick sprint on it, felt the positivity, the springiness to it, the rapidness to it. I was ready for it to have at least sort of the steering to be a bit like the Orca, or a race bike I should say, and it didn't. It had the steering like a racy gravel bike, which is a little bit slow, a little bit slacker in it. So it threw me initially, but once on that gravel stuff, it came to life. And out of the 2 days riding, the day that we rode the Terra Race was by far and away the more fun day, because not just because I didn't crash, but because it's just something you can flick about, something that you can throw at, something that if you put the hammer down, which admittedly I've not got much power now, but will try and do, it absolutely goes like stink. It's just a fun bike. If you want to go out on a short ride, you've not got a lot of time, this is the gravel bike I would say you want to get. It doesn't hold you back, it keeps you on your toes, just like the Orca does, but it goes exactly where you want it to. And it's comfortable, surprisingly comfortable for a race bike. I never felt beat up after the 75-80k we did that day. And we hit quite a few potholes and rough roads, to say the least. There's going to be people out there going, Dave, it's not aerodynamic. Doesn't matter, does it? As we all know, comfort over aerodynamics is more important on a gravel bike. You're not going fast enough to get the benefits really of all the aero tubings and that lot. Plus it's going to be harsher in it because the tubing's bigger. Yes, it's not got many mounting options at all, just that top bag mount, which if you're only going out for a play about on it, a race on it, a short race, I think is more than enough. You want to carry a few tubes, CO2 canister, inflator, that's about it really, isn't it? So that's more than enough space for a quick spin out or a decent jaunt out. This is the bike that you will see at the shorter gravel races for sure, maybe even some longer gravel races. Hell, we even saw it at Unbound, didn't we? And the Tour actually. But yeah, I come from a racing background, I come from a road background, so this bike I fell in love with. Is that a bit strong? No, I don't think it is. And if you're wondering which one I will get, well, if you've watched the Terra video, you're probably saying, yeah, Dave's going for the race, and you would be right. But that doesn't make the Terra Adventure, do we call it? Standard Terra? Whatever. The Standard Terra a bad bike at all. That is the bike for the masses. That is the bike that you can do everything on, from commuting right through to decent long days on the bike. And it's one you're not going to get bored with. But if you like a real snappy, aggressive, keep you on your toes bike, then the Terra Race is the one for you. It's also more expensive due to that OMX carbon layup, and it's also not as comfortable. All in all, as always, it's a personal preference, innit? I've not got the time to go out for 200-300k big days or multiple days. Dad life calls. But I have got time to go out for 2 hours, I suppose, middle of the week, at the weekend maybe, when my dad duties aren't calling, and the race would be ideal for that. It's also ideal for racing on. It is possibly the snappiest, lightest race bike I've played on, and I've played on several others. BMC, Ridley, that new Avio 3T. And this thing just makes me smile, which is what we want a bike to do, isn't it? Right, I think I've done enough rambling like normal. Let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. And as always, thank you for watching and enjoy your riding. How does that sound?
Shit happens.
It does.
Too fast.
Here we go.